Yes, people, I hope you're all ready for the evening show. Quite a lot to talk about. Conor Gallagher, Moises Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Jorginho, Hakim Ziyech. A lot is happening. And again, a lot more will still happen in 2 days. And I have my gallon of coffee by my side. I hope you're ready. If you're awake, if you need coffee, go get one. It's going to be, again, this will be a short one, and I'll come back and restart again. Again, I hope you be around to be part of it, except if we signs that nothing will happen again today after the first evening show. We'll call it a day when wait for the Blue Morning Show. Blue Evening, Coachella panel in charge says Liam Lane. Liam, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for kindly saying that. I appreciate that. Very kind of you. What do we have here? Hello to you too, Samede the Thought. I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for finding the time to join the show. Please, guys, like and subscribe when you enter. If you have not, as it helps the channel reach a wider audience. Yes, the likes do go a long way. So thank you so much for 23 likes already. Let's see how many we can end. We can reach in 2 hours or less than, let's say, an hour 49, an hour 30 minutes. So let's see what happens again. Blues again from Zambia. Welcome, Samedes, the third from Zambia. I hope you're doing well, and I hope everyone in Zambia are all doing well. Again, hi, Samede, says Liam Lane. Good evening from Nigeria. Giwa, Michael, Giwa, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for finding the time to join the show. I know the meaning of Giwa is elephant. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what I remember as the meaning of Giwa. Correct me if I'm wrong, but more importantly, welcome to the channel. And please make sure to, again, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. The likes do go a long way. Thank you so much for all the love. I appreciate that. What do we have again? I love the intro. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Again, I'm Valley, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. You're becoming an OG so quickly. I can't believe. But thank you for all the support. I appreciate you being part of the show this evening. I cannot understand some of our fans. We should not let Ziyech go. We should not leave Gallagher, let Gallagher go. What planet are they living on? We cannot keep everyone. That's the truth. They'd be the first to call, let player A, B, C, D, and E go. But when the club tries to do that, it becomes an issue because they're attached to some people. I understand Ziyech is a fine player. I understand on his stay, and currently, actually, until we'll sign Enzo, he's actually, from what we know, he's actually one of the best passers of the ball in the team. But yeah, we shouldn't be selfish. He wants to move on. Let him go if the opportunity comes. And if we see the possibility of bringing in a new player, why can it be selfish trying to keep him because he's doing well? I think that call for us not to let him go started because he started doing well at the World Cup. Again, I hope you understand that. Thank you so much for saying that, Liam Lane. Hi, bro. Hi to you too. And again, Miracle Nwogu. Again, my Igbo brother there from Nigeria. Thank you so much. I appreciate you finding time to join. And Miracle says, I am a new, again, okay. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that you're a new subscriber, and we appreciate you. Welcome to the Chelsea Perspective community. Or let me say, welcome to the Chelsea Perspective family, if that's what you prefer. And again, be sure, again, bro, Bill, Antonella, be sure, again, be careful how you type anything that's not a word. Again, the machine sees it as spamming, and it will delete your message. So please do that carefully. If that makes any sort of sense to you, I hope so. What's up, coach? What's up, my brother? Varnawa Iswara your last name, Loganardin. Let me know if I got your last name correctly, bro. Again, hi, coach. Hope you're having a great day. Not easy because I should be sleeping, but do not worry too much about me as I have a gallon of coffee by my side, and that will carry me through. And I think this happens just for tomorrow, and that's it. Hi, coach. Again, I hope you're having. Yeah, I am having Felix Smith. I hope you're having a good day too. Asma, PSG closing in on a loan for Hakim Ziyech. Chelsea did not want, again, a buy option included Nathan Geeson, CFC. And again, I'm confused. Yeah, I'm confused indeed. I don't think there's any truth to that. How can we see such an opportunity and not want to buy a clause? Do we want to let him go? When again, do we want him to live on a free? If that was the case, I don't know. Doing good. Okay. Let me see again. How do you expect us to cope with FFP if we don't make sales. Yeah, tell them that's important. I get it. Those players that were signed that are all on long contracts helps us again spread out the payments we'll be making to clubs or to the clubs that sold those players to us. But the truth remains, we still need to again get income from all the avenues such as selling players and all that. Those things do go along with. So yeah, it's a good option. Okay, he's laughing at me, so I butchered your name. Again, Mohammed Musa said, "Good evening, each and everyone. This is your guy, Mohammed from Ghana. Ziyech is not for sale. That's what you think. But the news again, what we're hearing is that he's on the verge of joining PSG. So again, if you're watching and you haven't, please take a second to drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you so much. Let me get this straight. I hope I'm not mixing things up. Is he joining PSV or PSG? PSV is a Dutch club. PSG a French club. Again, I hope I'm not mixing things up here because I'm a little bit tired. Ziyech and Gallagher don't want Everton, but the cash and wage of free ups will be a big win. Jorginho is worth 15 million or keep. Our only injury again. Free deep midfielder. Here's the thing about Jorginho. I don't think he would want to leave now. Again, that will cut off the possibility of him getting a sign-on free if he gets to leave on a free, if that makes any sort of sense to you. Big love from Somalia, Coach Asma. Big love to you too and the people of Somalia. I hope things are well there. Thank you so much, my brother. Hello, Coach. Good evening. Giwa Michael, good evening to you too. Thank you for saying hello to me. Willie B, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hello, Coach. Let Ziyech and Gallagher go for the right money without hesitation. We already have too many players as it is. I don't think we'll have too many. If anything, we have an unbalanced squad in terms of the players having complementary, again, attributes. If that makes any sort of sense to you. Our profile overall. Coach Letters and Enzo, we're following it. Nothing different has come out. But I think I have something on the screen that we'll look at in a bit. So be patient. Send Modric on loan. Yeah, send Graham Potter on loan. Send Todd Boehly on loan. Or send Modric on loan too, if that makes you happy. Coach, it's tonight, the night that we sign Enzo. Enzo, it feels like it, but I'm thinking maybe at most tomorrow morning. But let's see what happens. But thank you so much for that. Again, Coach, I told you, expect madness coming to the end. Boehly and company are going crazy. And I'm happy. Ain't you happy? Let me know if you're not happy. I know you're happy. Again, Chelsea Blue brother. Again, Miracle Nwogu, Ziyech and Kip Gallagher. Yeah, it's not up to us. It looks as if both will be leaving. The Gallagher also, again, he's not pushing to leave. He's always said he wants to stay and fight for his place. But I'm hearing that the club inclined to sell him because we need to bring in some money to balance the books. Yeah, even if he doesn't want to leave, we may want to sell him, if that makes sense. I wonder how Graham Potter will manage all these big players. They should do an upgrade on our current coach in order to win trophies. Prince or PP, I don't agree with that. Again, there's a first for everything. As much as, yeah, I will always keep telling you I have some questions over Graham Potter's ability to get the best out of 11 or help us win trophies. I realize, again, I wholeheartedly again do realize that again there's a force for everything, and there's a chance he does well. And if he does well, Chelsea would do well. So I wish him well. If that makes sense, get both Enzo and Caicedo. Why not? Yeah, I heard that too. I heard we're willing to do that. But let's see what happens. Here we go, Ziyech. Here we go already. Are you sure? Again, have you all heard that Arsenal are trying to sign Jorginho? I heard that. We'll talk about that in a bit. Again, we'll talk when we get to that because I have it up on the screen there. I heard from Sky Sports that Arsenal are considering bidding for Jorginho. Yep, they've inquired already, actually. PSG for Ziyech. Okay, thank you so much for clarifying that. Chelsea's bio being removed. What? A blank page. I'm not sure what you're saying. Please elaborate. I want to understand. I don't know for Jorginho, but I think Ziyech is leaving. Jorginho may, again, in the case of Jorginho, he may well be the one that refuses to leave because if he leaves on a free, he gets to make more money. If you're watching, please stop using all caps. If I've said it, and I'm sure you heard it. If you do that and the machine deletes your message, I'm not gonna make it open. Let me see. Okay, I thought there's a new update there, but nothing new. And the Undertaker CFC, my bro, Chelsea let bid for Caicedo. Have we put in a bid already? Please do let me know. Again, Chelsea buyer being removed, and we know. Okay, I'm not going to read your message again. I get it. You're trolling. Our billionaire owners, again, use supercomputers. That's how they made their billions, and now use it for the FFP. We're fine, guys. Stop worrying. Martin CO. I want to thank you yesterday for reminding us to take a look at Enzo's statistics. Oh my goodness, his stats are brilliant. It blew my mind away because I haven't had the time to actually take a deep dive in it. I have, again, you could say surface level understanding of his stats, but yesterday was the day I did, again, look at it deeply, and boy, I am happy. Again, Martin CEO, thank you so much for suggesting we do that. Coach, I'm happy, but it's just funny seeing rival fans go mad, begging for FFP. Yeah, laugh, and roll again on the floor too. One of them started, again, a petition. I don't know how many signatures he has now, but that's just stupid. We have smart people, smart owners. They're all billionaires and didn't become billionaires by being dumb. They know exactly what they're doing. And like I've argued, they most likely have capable hands working round the clock to ensure we don't get into trouble with the FFP, if that makes any sort of sense to you. Ziyech is going to PSG on loan. Breaking news. I don't know why it's on loan. If they would really want to buy him, or maybe they want to take him on loan, is that all they wanted to do? I don't know. Good evening, Beatrice Ibrahim. Good evening to you too. Greetings from Mongolia. Welcome, our Mongolian blue brother, again, or sister. Thank you for joining us this evening. But please stop using all caps. The machine will delete your message. Chelsea for life, bro. Yep, until the fat lady sings in the chat. Yep, thank you so much for that. Let's see. Hopefully, Chelsea in the next season will be unstoppable with the new signings. Again, I can only imagine trophies at Chelsea. Zambiaku, Chalo, again, nice to see you, brother. Again, I hope all the people of Zambia are doing well. Again, I want to see. Not done yet. I'm not sure. I think your phone helped you there. Are we selling Ziyech? How much for? I'm not sure. Again, we'll get to that in a bit. I have it open on the screen. Gallagher for 40 million, please. Again, let's see what the club wants to do. We don't know yet, if that makes any sort of sense. Keep Jorginho. We don't. Is it keep or sell? We don't want him. You're confusing me, bro. Seriously, the guy is good to go. Let's see what happens. Can it give us the money? J5 again. Go to Chelsea. Go to. You're mixing things up. Like, give us the money. Go to Chelsea. Retire club personnel. Arsenal. You mean? I think Arsenal should sign Jorginho this January. He actually will make them better, and I will explain why when we get to that. Ziyech should go. Let's see what happens. I want to know, we're done with Enzo, probably close, but let's see what happens. If Arsenal sign Jorginho, Arsenal fans will riot. That's a funny one. He actually will make them better. That is, it may be, again, if Arteta understand the concept of how to get the best out of Jorginho. It's simple, but not really simple. You have to pay attention. And the secret being, here's how to get the best out of Jorginho. You need, again, a very mobile pairing with him who always provide an extra passing lane and always close. That's why his best pairing, again, ever has, again, you could argue has been, again, what's his name, Kovacic. But I'm not going to get into that right now. Again, when one day, Coachella, Jedi, Keki, Diodogu, Adamoma, Chris, thank you so much for asking how I'm doing. I hope you're doing well. Again, Ziyech leaving. I'm not sure. Let's see what happens. The market is still open. We still have to tomorrow. Thanks, Dave. And Lolo, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Did I miss any of your messages? I'm not sure I did. Toby Olaoluwa says again, Chelsea will be blazing soon. Enzo is here. We go. We're going to smash them all. Again, they're crying already. They're not crying because really we're spending the money. They're crying up because we're getting, again, we're building something special here, something formidable. And again, you can say in 3-4 years would be, again, no team would want to play us, really, if we're being honest. Let's see. I guess, but the reporting lately is that Chelsea shouldn't wouldn't be accepting any loan for first-team players. Yep, you'd have to want to buy the player for them to listen to you. Coach, do you think we make, again, the next season, the Champions League next season, if we sign Enzo? Possibly. But here's the thing, it's not going to be easy. Mathematically, it's still possible. But the truth is it will not be easy. Why do I say that? All the people in the top four right now, they're very strong. And they will all strengthen with this transfer window too. Newcastle, they don't have the best squad in the league. But boy, they're playing as a unit. They play with the spirit. They play like they want to win every game, which I've talked about how you could argue they're the toughest team. Again, they're the team that Arsenal has found, again, the most difficult to play against. That's how united they are. They play as a unit, more importantly. So that goes along with. So it's still very possible, but it's going to be very difficult. Seems if we get both Enzo and Caicedo, wow. The next petition will be to the British PM. Big up. Yes, people, keep liking the stream. We're at 59 likes right now. Let's try and get it to 100 as soon as possible. And I know we're capable of doing that. And please, if you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, let's keep growing together. And one day, Chama, again, hello again, Kuchila and Panda, hello to you too. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, let's see if it happens. Beatrice Ibrahim. Chama says again, hello, Kuchila and Panda. Yeah, okay, so I've read that one. I'd personally keep Ziyech. I'd sell Pulisic and Mount. Well, unfortunately, it's not up to us, Valley. I hope you know. I know you know. You're well acquainted with that. But yeah, you made it clear you personally, but it's not up to you. It's up to the board, the manager, what they want to do. If we don't sell Jorginho now, he's living for free. And selling him now, he'd have to want to leave. Whatever club you're talking with, he'd have to agree to go to that particular club before any deal works out. Otherwise, the other alternative would be to terminate his contract and give him some money, and he's gone. I just finished work. Any update on Enzo? Nothing new yet. Again, something we have on the screen that we'll be looking at in a bit. He will improve them. Again, if Kante isn't available, who is the next option? Agenda aside, Jorginho would do well under Arteta. So what is the point of helping their title charge, in my opinion? It's Arsenal, man. Again, I don't think we should sell Jorginho to Arsenal. He will make them better. No, I don't care what anybody thinks. That's my opinion. Caicedo to Chelsea, that may well still happen. To be honest, Ziyech and Jorginho need to leave again with immediate effect. It's not that simple, really. I can assure you before we start listening to, you could argue before the Ziyech to PSG rumors, again, possibility emerged, we probably have seen, again, there's a replacement coming in. So it's not that simple. You don't just let a player go when you're not sure about a replacement. Coach, I remembered someone high up in Chelsea said, again, since last year, this team will be different in 2023. Nobody took him seriously, but he surely, again, we expected that. I did expect that myself, but I actually didn't expect it to happen so fast, if that makes any sense to you. Good evening to you too. Again, Emeka says, again, I'm not happy with Ziyech going to PSG. I'm so happy by Jorginho going to Arsenal. Really? Okay. Again, yeah, I know. Again, will Sleepyhead Potter be able to bring the best out of all our new acquisitions? Yeah. If you have a good squad, even if the manager isn't doing well, the team will still do well. But I think he's capable of getting them to start playing as a unit, more importantly, and then do well overall as a team. Again, any updates on Enzo, we will look at them in a bit. Yes, Chelsea should please, again, sell Ziyech, not loan him. Again, I am praying we sell players like Jorginho, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, again, the DSTV agent. Okay. Again, if to sell Ziyech, I'd want Achraf Hakimi in return. Yeah, good luck with that one. Let's see what we have here. Again, I'm going to scroll again past quite a few stuff so that I can get what we have lined up. Let me see how quickly I can catch up with this one. I will gladly sell Ziyech. His presence is causing confusion amongst the fan base. Some think he's a wizard. Really, he's just an average player with the with a magic left one, to be honest. Okay, thank you for that one. I'm certain that that's, again, only a matter of time before all the football brains assembled together by the new owners. Find Potter out again. He ain't going to take us forward. Let's see what happens. I hope he takes us forward, because if he falters, the club falters, and then we as fans will suffer. Jorginho is underrated. I keep saying this. Jorginho will strengthen Arsenal with their possessive pace of football. You can argue that. I think Arteta probably has a good idea as to how he wants to use them. We don't know. Let's see if he's able to pull a Sarri. Again, if you're watching, if you haven't, keep dropping a like on the stream. We're at 68 likes right now. Let's get it to 100 as soon as possible. That will go a long way. Benfica have made me again to fast and pray because of Enzo. Good, nice stylist. We appreciate that. Jet 5 next to Kante, even for a year, will be a nice pair. Again, but haven't seen Mace happy about the transfer because I don't know. Only the manager knows. There's a chance they're not serious. There's a chance they're doing that to see if Brighton will budge and sell Caicedo to them. You don't know. And the Added Time podcast, big up to you, bro. If you haven't, please go check out the Added Time podcast and be sure to subscribe. And bro, when you get a chance, share the link to your channel so people can go check it out. Jorginho don't fit our system. You could argue that again, but I don't know what to say. What else to say? Sell Jorginho to Arsenal, 10 million. I don't think it will be 10 million. Gallagher should stay, but 40 to 50 is tempting, especially again knowing he will be again a sporadic player with Enzo, a Kante and cover fit. Well, if that's how you see it, is Ziyech to PSG done? Not done yet, except if I'm not well updated. Let's see. Jorginho going to Arsenal. It's like, I don't know. Again, Enzo doesn't deserve that money as he doesn't have that level game. David Pandey, if that is that what you think? Here's the thing. We want him now. And the selling club probably sense we're desperate. And the truth is we're desperate, really. And this is January transfer window. Whenever you go for a big name player such as Enzo, because he's a big name player, after all, it's not easy to win the young player of the tournament. Whenever you go for such player, you pay premium, especially in the January transfer window, if that makes any sort of sense to you. Todd Boehly is the Orga chief of transfers, the Orga pata, if that's what you want to hear. Selling Jorginho to Arsenal is like selling your last bullet to your enemy. Wow, that is some statement there. I will be back shortly. Okay, take all the time you need. Chelsea selling Jorginho to Arsenal is like helping Arsenal to fix their problem. Jorginho will thrive. I've said that myself. Let's see what happens. Will we get Enzo? I think we will. Gustav, a team not B. I think we will. I believe we will. Let me just phrase it that way. These new again signings of Chelsea. I think Chelsea is going to be good again. Again, behold. Again, we sold William, Chelsea, and Lewis to Arsenal too, right? Yeah. Maybe it ain't bad after all, because you're thinking those guys didn't do well there. You could argue that at least 15 million since he will be leaving at the end of the season. I think with the fact that he will be leaving at the end of the season, I don't think he goes for cheap, if that makes any sort of sense to you. And Valley says, I would not sell Jorginho to any rival club again. Just sell him abroad, Italy or elsewhere in Europe. Let's see what the club does. Hate to see Gallagher go, but whatever, again, helps balance the books. 45 million is a good price for him. Logan, Jorginho can enjoy his retirement in the entertainment center of London like Lewis and William did. And the case of William was funny, really. But look, he's not at Arsenal right now, but he's actually one of the best players for Fulham right now. I will wait on Rice. For me, no, Rice for me isn't for me, as much as I think he's a good player. Helping Arsenal is helping us, guys. We cannot catch Arsenal, and if they go on and winning a run again, it means we have a better chance to reach top four, and we all need a Man City to go on a good run. Wow, some statement there. Jorginho is not that good. Sell him. Okay, John Webb. Is it true? Enzo is not. It's true. Enzo is not what 120 million. But he's an exceptional talent. What the pennies? Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it makes sense because we want him now. We have to pay the premium to get him. Enzo will stay at Benfica. Again, official. Rui Costa reject. Okay, thank you. There you go. One of them again. I'm not going to read that. Man United, Newcastle losing means, well, okay, we're in top four. I get that one. If Enzo comes, forget about Rice. Yup. Should we sign Caicedo and Enzo both I was thinking it's never going to happen, but we're hearing the club, they really want to do that. But that's, by the way, again, we're going to start looking at what we have here. I don't know, Bobby, if you have anything else to say first before we move into the structure topic. And big up to you. Thank you so much for finding the time to join the show. I don't know if you're able to unmute as quickly as possible. All right, it looks like Bobby isn't close by, so we go to the structure topic. We'll start looking at them one by one. Just give me 1 second. Yes, people, keep smashing the like button. We need just 22 more likes to get it to 100 likes, and we shoot for 200. And you people are absolute legends, and I believe we're capable of doing that. Yes, Bobby, go ahead if you can hear me.
In a minute.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Adrian, so again, yeah, let's see what we have here. What is strong? Who are you telling that? Is it me? Did I miss any of your comments? No, I didn't say anything is wrong with your comment, and I never say anything is wrong with anybody's comment except for trolls. This one here, he will improve them if Kante isn't playing. So I read this one. Again, agenda aside, Jorginho would do well under Arteta, and I agree with you. So I'm not sure I missed any of your comments. I did not. Which one did I miss? Just retype it, and I'll try and get it. Okay. And remember, there's a chance sometimes I can't get everything. If that makes any sort of sense. Wagwan, coach. Wagwan, brother. Again, heights, and thank you so much for finding the time to join the show. I think we need Rice more than we need Enzo. Again, with the type of players we're getting, someone again to do the dirty work. Really. Okay, let's see if that happens. Yep, okay, apologies if I missed your comment. Just put it back in and I'll try to get it. But that's, by the way, let's start looking at what we have on the screen here. We're starting with this one there. Yep, and this one, again, let me see, talks about Todd Boehly and Clear Lake Capital remain interested in Caicedo, and the deadline day move attempt could be dependent on outgoings in midfield. Yeah, that makes sense now. We don't just want to go for them. We have to be able to balance the book, as again, like yesterday, to be able to do that. Maybe again, if Adam, I don't want to start pointing fingers at what players I want to see go out. It's up to them. But like that statement there clearly says, again, dependent on outgoings. That makes perfect sense. If there aren't too many outgoings, they're not going to be looking to sign Caicedo, because the fact is, I think Arsenal have actually ruined it. He's not going to come below 70 million pounds, because Arsenal winning with the second bid, with again rumored to be around 70 million pounds, and Brighton rejected that. So which means, yeah, it's never going to happen. Anything below 70 million, if that makes any sort of sense. Jorginho to Arsenal. Thank God, finally, again, he has heard us. Okay, again, Ziyech to PSG. Why it makes no sense? I don't know either. I don't know what's going on. 30 million. I don't know the price. I would not abuse that coffee. You're having too much of it. It's not healthy. No, I'm not abusing it, but I understand your argument. Tobechiku, okay, we get Enzo Fernandez. Arsenal get Frelo Jorginho. We sell Gallagher. We sell Gallagher to raise 45 million. We sign up Moises Caicedo. Very possible again, but I'm not sure who the club wants to say. But for Gallagher, really, that amount is tempting, but it depends on how the club see him. If they value him, they may well decide to keep him. Chelsea could make a last-ditch attempt to land Caicedo on deadline day, even if they sign Enzo. But like what we looked at on the screen, it all comes down to outgoings, because we need to balance the books like yesterday to be able to do those businesses. Todd is so good in his strategy, man. Kerry Vaughan, I agree with you. We will again be using preseason to gel, giving us a big advantage next season instead of recruiting and losing points at the same time. Wow. Again, I like how you put that. Again, Kinke, what do people actually see in Rice? Here's the thing. I know he's a good player, but I don't think he will fit the way we play. A lot of people think he does. But a lot of us, again, don't pay attention to the way the manager we have approaches the game. Most people just feel like a certain player is good and they want that particular player in the team without really paying attention to how the manager plays and whether that particular player fits the way the manager plays. I've followed I followed again. I followed what's his name. I've followed Graham Potter for a long time now, and I've learned again that he doesn't seem to like to play again with traditional DMs, which you could say that's what Rice is. But let's see what happens. And chances are, if we'll be able to sign Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez, I don't think we'll be going for Rice again. Good evening, Coach. Again, I told you Chelsea is going to buy Enzo or Caicedo. The rest of the midfielders' names going around is fake news. You did say that, Prince Bo. Thanks. So thank you. Brighton won't sell below 90 million. I think Arsenal bid again rejected. Yeah, the second bid was 70 plus 10 million pounds add-on. Here's the thing. I don't think we'll go anything above that. If anything, the most we'll do 75 or 80 or so. I don't think we'll get anything close to 90 million. We should sign both Enzo and Caicedo. DJ, I'll get to you in a bit, brother. Can the club buy a player if his league window shuts down? A free agent, only a free agent you can do that with. Coach, I think Brighton are asking for between 90 million to 100 million pounds. Then we'll leave them. I don't think we should pay anything close to that. I don't think so, really. Rice is hype again, just like Kante, just like Kane and the whole of English players. Yeah, let me say this, please. We can talk about players, but please refrain. Refrain from again mentioning where someone is from. Again, it sounds again. I don't know how to phrase it. I don't think it's okay. Please, don't mention where anybody's from. Say whether you like the player or not. FFP expert again. Kieran McGuire says if Chelsea sell Gallagher for 40 million by tomorrow's deadline day, it will be the equivalent of Chelsea spending 280 million from other clubs on 7-year contract in terms. Wow, wow. I remember one time Arsenal bid 17 million for Nicolas Pepe, and it turned out very well for them. Yeah, so let's give it a shot. DJ, coming to you. Big up, brother. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well.
Yeah, big up Kachilla, big up Bobby, big up everyone in the comment section. Hope everyone's doing well this evening.
Excellent. I'm doing well, brother, and thanks for finding the time to join. I know the evening shows are your favorite. I don't know if you saw what I read on the screen, that Todd Boehly and Clearly Capital remain interested in signing Caicedo. And again, and a deadline day move attempt could be, if this is not certain. A lot of people are running with it like it's certain, and it's dependent on outgoings. We haven't heard of too many people leaving the club, but do you really think this is possible, signing the two players this window?
Not two of them. I think for me, I think the more one is probably poor looking more towards Enzo. Surprisingly, there's been a lot of talks about player departures today. Kachila, I know there's been some rumours going around today about Conor Gallagher. Possibly, I think Everton made a £40 million offer of him, but I think he turned it down.
Get to that one in a bit.
Oh, sorry, but I didn't know.
No worry. I know. You didn't know. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I think it's going to be all about us bringing. If we do bring him in, I think there'll be some place departing, mate. And I think I don't think it's just him. I think there's some others. I've also seen another name that it's just actually come up. In fact, Fabrizio's actually just tweeted it 42 minutes ago about another player. But obviously, I'll let you read into that tweet when you get a chance to.
Yeah, again, thank you so much for that. I appreciate you saying that. Let's see what we have here. Again, has a deal been done with Benfica? No, not yet. And Nechiku again, Francis, thank you for joining the show. Kerry Vaughan. How does a player again buy out his contract? Can Caicedo again with his wages? It should have a way out. DJ, do you want to answer that one?
What's that? How does Caicedo? Oh God.
Yeah, how does a player buy out his contract? Yeah, again.
Whoa. I think they were talking about this yesterday. I do believe, I'm not sure how many years he's got left on. I think is it 1 year he's got left on his contract, or 1 year and a bit left on his contract? Now, if he chooses, Caicedo, how many years has he got left on his contract? Do we know?
Let me check for you. Go ahead.
I'm not sure. I know they can pay out buy out their own contracts if they want to, but then that again depends how much the player wants to leave the football club. Now, in his case, from what I can see, there's not much coming out of the Caicedo camp since they've actually rested him for the last couple of games. He's been dropped. until the transfer window shuts. So you're not seeing much coming out of his camp or much of his new agents that are coming out. So I don't think somehow or another he'll do that. I think it's all going to come down to more if a club was to put down, I think let's put it this way: if us or Arsenal were to go in with a £90 million offer for him tomorrow, I would really think that they will actually consider it, Brighton. But again, it depends. But at the moment, from what I'm hearing from all sounds coming out, I don't think he's going to do that. But if he really desperately wants to move, he's more entitled. If he wants to buy out his own contract, I'm not sure how that actually works in so many ways. I think it's more they have to go through. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure how it actually works entirely, Coach. But I know there's a way they can actually do it.
Yeah, his contract expires in 2025, so he has about 2 years left on his contract. Yeah, because if he was that less, I think Brighton won't be stubborn about it because he's just wait, he just relax and then leave on by the end of the season, it'd be even more cheaper. But that's not the case right now. He still have 2 solid years left on his contract. Again, we've read that one. Asma says again, in terms of amortization and a single year of FFP. Okay, is that a continuation of what you read before? Can new players play in the Champions League? DJ, are you well acquainted with that situation? I think we have to make way. We have to remove someone from it. Can you go ahead? Can you talk about that?
Yes, some players will have to come out off there. I'm not sure if Bobby's covered this as well, but I do believe some players will have to come out. Again, I'm not. Again, it depends on who, because I don't think we're going to be able to fit a whole load of players into our Champions League squad. But yeah, some will have to make way now. You're probably thinking, who could it be? Well, I've already heard people saying N'Golo Kante because of his injury. That could be a possibility of moving him out. But then when N'Golo Kante comes back, would you need him in your team? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. There are some other players. I mean, again, it depends. I think what it's all going to come down to, Kachil, is who we end up getting rid of before the end of the challenge. Because I do believe they can pick I think they've got till February the 2nd to pick their Champions League squad teams, I think, for that. So I think it's all going to come down to once the transfer window shuts and all the clubs have done their business, their players will be dropped from that, and which ones Chelsea will do. It's be at this moment in time, it's difficult to say which ones they'll drop from there, at the moment, because obviously at the moment we do need all our players without injuries and all that kind of thing. So it's difficult to say which one's going to be dropped. I think it's all going to come down to if some of our players do leave before tomorrow's transfer window deadline day, and those who are in the Champions League squad, then it might just be there might be some spaces made available for them players.
Yeah, and if indeed again, Conor Gallagher and let's say Ziyech specifically, if he's leaving, then that reduces the headache as to who makes way.
It does.
So that may well be the reason why the club is considering letting him go. But that's, by the way, let me catch up with what we have the chat. DJ, I'm so happy to have you on the panel this evening. Thank you so much for that.
Again, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you. And no, more thanks to you, bro. It's not easy, but because I know what time it is over there. Yes, people, Breaking Liverpool have made a let bid for who?
Kinwan. Who's that?
I don't know. I don't know the name.
I don't. Is this guy? Who's that? Liam Lane. Who is that? Pick up Liam.
I don't know if he's playing with us. I don't know.
I don't know if he is either. I've never heard of a player.
Okay, let me try and get it now. Fucking no. I don't know. Good evening again to Sir Bobby. Bobby's on the panel. I'm with DJ Sav here. Let's remember again, we're still again English or home-based players. So let's keep Gallagher. Let's see what the club does 2-3 years, I think. Anything else here? Again, unfortunately, I'm going to skip past quite a few here, and I'll try to get your subsequent contributions. I can't read everything. I hope you understand that. There's no way I'd be able to read everything in the chat. Let's look at something else, something positive. Just like I'm going to read it as my friend Harry did put it. Again, obviously, Enzo Fernandez is the big Chelsea story. But on another note, it is good to see that Wesley Fofana is back in training. Again, hoping that Fofana and Badiashile will be the long-term partnership. More importantly, he stayed with because we paid a lot of money. I don't know if you have anything to add to that, or DJ, should we move on?
Now you can move on from that, bro. But I'm gonna send you a very interesting DM that has just come to me, Kachela. I don't know how true this is, but it's actually quite a shocking one. I think you're going to be shocked by it as well if it is true. If any of it is actually true, I don't know how. I've got to obviously go and look at the sources who actually sent this link. Whoever actually sent this, but I'm going to send you something to you, and let me see what you make of this. Whether how true this is, I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead, shoot it now. Open it so we'll look at it.
I'm going to send it to you right now, and I don't know how true this is. It's breaking as well.
I'm going to wait. I'm going to cut the reflect there. Lukaku to Everton. Again, it's a possibility if he's going to take a wedge cut because he did well there. Maybe he feels like he can do well there. And again, and by the way, I'm not going to pronounce it the way you wrote it because I want to go to heaven, really, if that makes sense to you. Sal Ruben lost his streak. It's not up to me. Again, what is the tendency of Chelsea signing Caicedo? I don't know. There's no way to calculate, to measure that at this point. Again, and I have to be honest, Lukaku, to anyway, we don't care, to be honest. Yeah, again, whatever happens, it's a loss. It's a big, huge L for us. Cannot, again, remove Kante his back end of February. That's when he comes back. Let's see what we have again. Our owners, I guess, must bring both of them and Ziyech a check at Jorginho 6. I'm not sure what you're saying there. If the player is born after 5th of January 2001 without a problem, they can play the UEFA Champions League. And there's another, somewhat, should I call it a clause or what? There's another one that talks about being at the club at 2 consecutive years or something like that. But again, we'll talk about that more as the show progresses. Let's see what we have. Let's release the deadwood. I don't think we actually have that much deadwood now. We've actually dealt with that before. What else do we have? Again, big up my bro. Yes, free Enzo indeed. How are you doing, bro? Almighty Blues FC, a good brother of mine. Again, much love and excellent content creator. If you haven't, go channel and bro. If you please share the channel so people can go check it out. I can't do that myself. It will freeze my screen. PSG are in talks with Chelsea. Yeah, I have that lined up. Again, an option without an option to buy. And I think you've mentioned that before. 2 other Champions League clubs are also interested, according to David Ornstein. Thank you for sharing that. But we'll look at that in a bit. Thank you so much, brother, again, for bringing that up. Big up, again, Steve Chelsea. I hope you're doing well. We have Chelsea going to win the Champions League. I'll take it. And I'm not going to say no. I'll take it, really. Again, Chelsea is the club I support. No matter who the manager is or who plays for the club, I support my club. Gallagher, Jorginho, or Ziyech may be out. So, yeah, again, that will help us balance the books. But I didn't expect Gallagher to be part of the outgoings at Chelsea. And PSG negotiating for the transfer of Ziyech. I have that lined up. I won't talk about that in a bit. Anything else? Pulisic, lost to Ziyech. Selling list. Really? I didn't know that. That's quite some list there. Hello again, friends at Chelsea. Buy Enzo and Caicedo, Jorginho, Gallagher, and Ziyech out. Okay, I think I'm reading people's list here. Yes, people, keep hitting the like button. We're at 106. Let's shoot for 200 as soon as possible. We have about 1 hour or less to round off. Again, we can get it to 200 by the time the show ends. And if there's again the chance of anything happening, when I come back, we'll go again. Again, Coach, can we sell? I'm not going to pronounce that name. You're not going to get. I want to go to heaven. I told you that.
Oh, God, he's trying.
Really? Let's see what else we have here. Again, if we sell Jorginho and Conor for combined 90 million, we can buy. You're not going to get 90 million for those two. Not even close. If we're being honest, we can buy Enzo and Caicedo. I wouldn't put it past a Todd Boehly. We've heard. And this is Chelsea Blue TV. Nice to see you here. And they want to do that. Let's see anything else. Yes, again, but new players are older. Okay, I'm not sure what you're saying. Let's see again. Shocking news from that one too. Loves to shake Jorginho, Pulisic out, maybe loan or Santos Gallagher. I'm hearing the club are fighting to see that against Santos starts the season with us. Chelsea are pushing to sign Caicedo already. Okay, again, let's see what else. Hello to you too, Udochi. I hope you're doing well. So yeah, let's get back to the topic. I'm going to open that particular update in a bit. Is it this one?
Yeah, I missed the one says The one that says break. The one I put on breaking news. The one I sent you is regarding N'Golo Kante. I've sent that
What's
to
the
you.
source?
I'm just gonna double check it. I don't know how true it is. Okay, so let me just get them up. It is. Who are they? Chelsea HQ. Side. Now they're usually caught offside. Are not that bad when it comes to things like this, because they're the ones that actually got it right when Chelsea were signing. When Chelsea signed Cucurella. I think we all knew it was happening, but I think they were the ones that actually put it down. So they're actually quite reliable now. If this was to happen, Cucurella, I actually would be shocked at this one. This is probably why the talk of Caicedo and Enzo is coming in for tomorrow's deadline day, if that is the case, because I was not actually expecting this one to come to actually surface, to be honest with you. But like I said, it could be a rumor. We don't know. It could be someone just messing, but I don't think it is.
It could be absolute horse doo-doo.
It could be, but then you know the person that's wrote the
like you said, it's shocking because it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it is shocking, and let's be honest. I know Liverpool are looking hard for a midfielder. There was talks a couple of days ago that there were funny one was Loftus-Cheek, and it was one Loftus-Cheek and I think was it Gallagher were the two that I mentioned for Liverpool a couple of days ago, or coming out, or last night it was. Now today it's N'Golo Kante, so it could be waffle. I don't know, mate. But then unless a more reliable source comes out and says something on it, like a David Ornstein or like a Fabrizio Romano, I guess it's not really something we can really get worried about or even stress about. But it wouldn't surprise me if it was to happen at the same time either, because I know Chelsea have been in negotiations with N'Golo Kante to get him to sign a 3-year contract.
And all the reports coming out has been positive. All of them have been positive.
All positive talks. So that's another thing of why I'm saying it might not be true. I think it could be rubbish, but then at the same time, this is Liverpool and Klopp. Yeah, you know, he knows. I know he's one of those kind of ones that he knows the player. So he likes, he does get good players in. So I'm not saying it's going to happen. I hope it doesn't happen personally, but it's probably one to watch, I think, maybe.
Yeah. And Kaya de Joseph, who are you quoting? Are you just pulling that one again and throwing it at us again? Because we're desperate for Enzo news. They are a clickbait page. Yeah, it looks like somebody else is confirmed, but it's shocking, really. It's really, given the situation, it's easy to trust it and again go at it. But I get it. I'm still it puts doubts in my mind now whether he's actually going to stay. I have to be honest. Let me see what we have again. Dev031, what do you think about our youngsters, Omari Hutchinson, Lewis Hall, and Peter File? Do you know all these players, DJ?
Who's that? Let's have a look.
Omari Hutchinson, Lewis Hall, and
what about
I don't know Peter File.
Oh,
I don't know. Again, he's asking what do you think about
don't worry about it. He's on what he's saying about Peter. I don't either. What do you call it? Could I let you work that one out? What he's trying to mean by that? There's no such player as Peter File, but if you actually read in what he means by that, they're young players, and he's trying to say something else. So I don't know if he's a Chelsea fan, Dave031. I don't know if he is, or is he just what do you calling it all? But
okay,
what do you think?
I'm moving from that one again. Who is Kante is supposed to join? That's the thing. They didn't say anything like that actually. So I think it's clickbait, like you said, but it happens to all of us every now and then. Kante shouldn't go. He's not going anywhere. But cautious because he's concerned. We all love him. So when DJ saw it, so he probably said, "Okay, where is this coming from?" It's Enzo and Don there. You could say it's close. You can say it's Enzo to Chelsea is close. That's all. Just keep it there right now. Lamina says, I think Chelsea must have again informed Brighton to wait. Must have informed Brighton to wait for their bid to sign Caicedo. Probably again the reason Brighton rejected both Arsenal offers. Enzo and Caicedo will be unstoppable. I think that's a risk. If you ask them to wait, how about if they connived with Arsenal to say, again, just play. We're selling Trossard to you. And look at what we want you to do for us. Clubs do that. If you know they can sponsor that. I don't know how else to phrase it. they can, collaborate to get more money out of the deal. I saw the Liverpool rumor. I think it's made up nonsense, to be honest.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Again, the rumors are Kante going nowhere this window. Yeah. Kante is injured. He cannot move. But he started. He's under.
Yep. He started to train now.
So yeah, but that's a solid argument. If he's still considered injured, then you can't sell him. He can't move even on loan and all that. If that makes sense. Yeah. Jorginho for 45 million and Gallagher for 45 million. You will not get 45 million for Jorginho.
Bobby,
yeah, so
big up Bobby.
Yeah, big up Bobby. So yeah, just forget about that one. You're not gonna get that. Kante isn't leaving. Coach, good night. I want to go sleep tomorrow. I am gonna be. It's gonna be a busy day for you tomorrow. Okay, yeah, go get some rest, brother. See you next time. Again, please stay safe. With Kante again, Josiah David again with Kante is really needed at Chelsea. Yeah, we need him. He's staying, so don't worry about that. We have to wait for here we go. That's why we're here. It's crazy if Ziyech goes. I don't know. Let me get Bobby. Bobby, your thoughts on the Ziyech rumors? Big up to you, by the way.
Big up, guys.
Big up, Bobby.
I had to go out. I'm having a lot of personal issues going on around me, so I'll be jumping in and out. Yeah, Ziyech.
And your audio is actually not clear. You might want to go out and come back in. Your audio is some static. How do I say it?
Yeah, it's a bit.
It's still coming with it.
Yeah, what it is, Bobby. You know when
you're
talking
and come back in.
Yeah, it's slightly like when you're talking, it's like it's making noise. Yeah, what it is, Bobby. You know when you're talking, it's like it's making a, I don't know, like a what do you call it? Sound.
Static noise.
Static sign. Yeah.
Want some biscuits?
Yeah. No, thank you.
Not even fruit cakes, nothing?
No, that's just
Enjoy.
Yeah, again, Bobby, you may need to go out and come back in to fix your sound. Again, I hope everything is okay. Again, just
I hope everything's all right, brother.
Yeah, again, I hope you're all right. More importantly, whatever that you're going through, I think you scale through it. Let's see. Again, it's a good move by letting Conor to go. We did the same as KDB, and we regret it. Here's the thing: you can't keep them all, and sometimes in certain situations you have to make these tough decisions again in terms of letting players go. And we cannot keep all of them. Kante is not leaving. Yeah, he's not. We agree. Nizar says Ziyech loan is with an option to buy. That's still a risk, really. Again, since the departure of King Marcos Alonso, again, Chelsea have suffered from the absence of a natural leader and lost their team spirit. Really. Marcos Alonso as a leader in the team.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I don't believe that one. Sorry.
I think he's messing.
Yes, guys, please keep liking the stream. How many likes do we have now? Let me check. We have 115. Let's try and get it to 200 as soon as possible if we can, or at least 150 by the time the show ends. Again, why we're keeping all these players? Again, Lukaku, Odoi, Ampadu, Malang Sarr, Bakayoko, Baba Rahman. We're not just keeping them because we can't find buyers, and terminating their contract means you spend some money saying bye-bye to somebody you don't want. So it's not that simple. Again, Ziyech to PSG is a bomb. Let's see what happens here. Anything else to address Chelsea? Or do PSG want Ziyech on loan? An initial loan deal again. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't want to see a situation of what we saw like with the case of Lukaku. Now, loan deals these days, clubs do exploit that. By the time you know it, they will be asking you, okay, he didn't perform up to again our expectations. We want him for cheap. And in the case of a player who isn't happy, who's pushing to leave, they might well just again find a way to connect with the club to get you to sell on a cheap. Look at Lukaku. His statement public means we're not going to get enough money if we want to sell him, because he said publicly he doesn't want to come back to Chelsea. I don't know if that makes any sort of sense to you, DJ.
No, it does. Listen, this whole Lukaku thing. I mean, I as I said, I think what's going to happen in the end, Kuchili, if no one does come in for him, we're hoping the Tottenham rumours are correct for the summer. I really, really hope that Kante does stay at Tottenham, and they end up bringing him in there. There's also talk of Newcastle as well. that want him as well. So there are two clubs that are looking at a situation if he was to come back to Chelsea. It'll be a situation of, does Todd Boehly cut his losses and rip his contract up and let him go like that, or do we wait until we get some money for him? It just means he'll have to be sticking around the football club until that happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. How about, again, let me just get this one. The selling Gallagher 45 million is an absolute bargain. Ruben Loftus-Cheek should leave alongside Jorginho. Again, this calls for such moments calls for tough decisions. No sentiments at all. If a player isn't, again, a surplus to requirement and you have a replacement, you let that player go. It's as simple as that. I've always known, again, we were going to get Enzo. Just waiting for the here we go. I hope it happens soon. Ijamoni Kingsley, thank you for joining the show. A top drawer number 9 in the summer, and we are going to be unstoppable. Okay, if you're really pushing me, Valley, I'm not gonna pronounce it the way you wrote it. If the man in question comes back, send him out on loan to Reading. Okay, let's see what the club does. Breaking news: Barcelona have launched a bid. Okay, troll. Why didn't I look at that before I highlighted it? Need to sell Pulisic. This special again slip in the. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm moving up. I think Lukaku needs to let go a lot. Again, go ahead, Bobby. What you want to say, brother? Bobby, if you're there, your thoughts again on the on the Ziyech news.
Can you actually hear me now?
Yeah,
can you hear me now?
Hear you, but it's still happening.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I'll try and talk. If it's too bad, then I'll go into the chat, really, because it's probably to do with my location. Okay.
Yeah, it's really bad, Bobby, because it can be irritating, and if you're in the chat, I will always get your comment.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it's a shame indeed.
We can try and sort it out. Try and sort it out if you can, Bobby, and come back on if you can, bro. That'd be good.
Just reboot your system. That can help. So DJ, you want to talk about the Ziyech situation?
Yes. I like many on the comment section. I think, and what you've said as well, Kuch, I think a low move is not, because more or less PSG is still in the Champions League. I think
it's a risk.
It's a risk, and I think he can still play. If you imagine we have to play against him, and I don't think there's any rules in the Champions League saying if you come up against your former club, you can't play, because this is not the Premiership, it's Champions League. So I think it's a risk. I mean, listen, if we're going to sell him, if we're going to get rid of Ziyech, to me it has to be a sell. I don't understand. This is Paris Saint-Germain we're talking about. It's no other club that's out there looking for cheap deals. This is PSG. This is a club that's got money. Yeah, and why is Todd Boehly not saying to him, look, you want him, you pay the money for him? As simple as that. He's more useful to us at the football club than us loading him out to you guys. So yeah, I mean, look, I think it's a risk. Especially when he's just found form, Hakim Ziyech. And can you just imagine on that side, you've got him and you've got that you got what's his name, I think it's the guy on the right, the guy on the same side as him playing as a left wing back, as a right wing back or right back. Can you imagine them two up and down that flank? I forget his name, the one who played. Maybe the guys in the comments can remember.
Hakimi.
Tell me Hakimi, that's the guy. Can you imagine those two? Okay, up and down that. It'll be a nightmare. And this is why I think it is a risk. If they want him that badly, then put a prize on his and say buy him from us. Do you get me? So yeah, I think it's.
I'm surprised it's a loan, really, because the talks have always been the new owners. They're not going to be sending more, again a lot of these players on loan. If you want to buy them, you buy them. If it's on loan, that we're not selling. So I'm not sure what changed. I've heard, again, let's try and keep the topics aligned. Going back and forth with topics, it can be exhausting and it can make the show again not look organized. But I'm going to take this one anyway from Valley. I've heard again, Barcelona want João Felix in the summer. Do we have an option to buy? It was reviewed a few days ago. There's actually a clause in the contract that allows us to try to buy him if we choose to at the end of the season. Correct me if I'm wrong, DJ. Is that the case?
That is the case. There is an option for us to get. This is one of the reasons why Atletico made him extend his contract, because You know, they must have thought, they probably knew he was probably going to end up balling at Chelsea or whatever the other football club he was going to go and play for. Thank God it was us he came to in the end. And they knew if they put up his contract a little bit more, extending his contract. Barcelona just does not surprise me, really. Apparently, they're saying they were in for him in the summertime. All of a sudden, they were in. Sorry, they were in for him, in the summer, but they couldn't get a deal done. I mean, they're broke, for God's sake. I mean, how are they going to fork out that kind of money for him? Which is even surprising me more now. The talk and rumors I've heard of today is because of this agreement they've got in place with the two players that they've because of the two players that have gone to Atletico Madrid. I do believe the French international's gone there. I forget his name now. It was linked with so many clubs before he went to Atletico Madrid. And apparently, obviously, Griezmann. There's talk of Griezmann as well when they had this gentleman deal or something. So they're saying apparently today all talks and negotiations between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid are at a good stage. But there's no way for me. There's no way I can see Barcelona forking out the money because wherever his money, wherever his buyout clause is going to be, it's going to be way over 100 million. So I'll be surprised if Barcelona can even afford the summer. Unless they found another way of bending through the rules again, or they've been bailed out again by the banks since they've been bailed out again. So it wouldn't surprise me. But I know Chelsea. As far as I know, Chelsea have got an option to get him once his loan is up at Chelsea. And from my understanding, he is currently loving life in London. And I think if we were to get anything out of this season, I think we could sign him. I think he could be one of the players that we sign in the summer.
Yeah, it makes sense because I don't think we'd spend that much money to keep him just on 6 months at the club without an option to buy him. It's where I get your argument, but again, this was revealed a few days ago, and from legit sources actually that there's an option on the contract that allows us to opt to buy him. It just wasn't made public at the point of at the time we got him. But I hope that makes sense to you. A 10th liver, has to be activated before Barcelona would do anything. Thank you. Don't be surprised if there will again also be a couple of outgoings. 2 days is big in a transfer window. Anything can happen within 5 hours. Actually, I've seen that before myself. I'm just joking, fellas. Yeah, but we thought maybe is that a Barcelona fan here trying to troll us? But again, it's a good one. You got us all because I thought, what is it doing? Welcome to the channel, by the way. Again, if you're watching, if you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the stream. Let's get it to 200 likes as soon as possible. We're getting there. Again, we'll stop in about, let's say, in about an hour or so. And there's need again for us to continue. When I come back from where I'm going, we'll continue again. Ateta Cry, again, Wizard is still needed. So if loan isn't good enough, then we need to keep him. He's one player who lay crosses for our strikers and good enough for rotation. Here's the thing, just let him go. Don't be selfish. I know he's one of the best, but again, you could say he's already set his mind on leaving the club, if that makes sense. We shall miss Ziyech. Yeah, we shall indeed, but we can't keep everyone. Pulling another economic lever. Yeah, they need to do that. How Barcelona works. Thank you. People that want J5, go ahead, DJ. You wanted to say something?
No, I was just saying I'm just going by what Levi, what's his name, said earlier. Your last comment, he said about Barcelona. It's so true.
Oh, yeah. Very, very true. They need to, again, I heard they're trying to sell their own television also. I forgot what that is. Yeah.
What TV rights. Oh
it's
my
serious
God.
over there, but I usually don't like making fun of them like that.
I know, please. No, I know that, bro. It's just when you tell me they're now trying to sell their television, I'm thinking, what else do they need to do?
I heard that too. But I think they'll be fine.
Sorry, Barcelona fans in the comment section, by the way. I don't mean to be.
No, I think they will be fine, really. Let's joke about they will be all right. It just will take time, and they have to stop spending too much for a while. Let's see what we have again. Every different report on Ziyech is different. The only part that is the same is he's gone already. I have better option again for the Lukaku loan, a loan to Aimba Nigerian Professional Football League or Kaiser Chiefs in South Africa. Yeah, they would take him, but they can't pay him really. That's just the truth. But I get that. We need to sell Jorginho for sure. Ziyech won't miss Chelsea. Good luck anyway. Again, I think he'd do well. Especially in France, I think he'd do well. I do believe right now, again, would be the best time to sell Kante also. I don't think so, Sean Lee, but if that's how you feel, fine. If we're still Caicedo from Arsenal, the fans will have a meltdown. They will start. They will start again a petition asking the government to tell us to give them them Modric. Yeah. This Rui Costa is apparently a strong man. What is he waiting for? Ever since again CFC made 115 million. Is he dreaming until tomorrow? I don't know what's going on, but we'll find out. Caicedo versus Enzo. Here's the thing. I think I really want us to talk about this one. For me, between the two people, I will take Enzo because he's the more creative of the two, and we lack creativity from the central area. If let's assume if the problem we're having, if the most pronounced issue again in the team is a defensive-minded midfielder or a defensive midfielder, then I say let's go for Caicedo. But we need a player who's capable of again contributing offensively, and Enzo is your man. Were you here yesterday when we looked at his numbers? His numbers are out of this world. Yes. Nearly in every department, he's in top 1% of a lot of them. Let me just phrase it that way. And also, he's a good tackler, and he can actually operate from deep. He's a deep-lying creative midfielder. He's a set-piece, specialist and all that. I don't know if you want to add to that, DJ.
No, listen, Kachila, you are everything you've just said. I could totally agree. As I said, because of my Portuguese, but I watch a lot of the Portuguese football a lot. Follow because we have got some talented players in Portugal that are just waiting to a lot of clubs will want to pinch eventually from the UK, from England to bring them here. So there are a lot of players coming. He's just stood. I mean, obviously they've got him from River Plate. He's obviously he's an Argentinian international, but from what I saw of him when he was in River Plate, watching him then, even some clips, I thought he was a brilliant player then. And again, it wasn't just Benfica that was chasing him at the time. There were a few other players clubs that were looking at him as well. But I think because of as they always like to do, they like to move from because he's coming from a hot country, he's going to another one. He wants to learn the language. Is a bit more easy for him to adapt to, and it's the usual thing. And eventually, what they'll do, they'll make themselves good, and then they'll get that big move eventually. We saw that with Ramirez. We saw that with David Luiz. All these kind of players. Even João Felix in that, even though he just went to Atletico Madrid, but still, a lot of them do come over, and he's an attacking talent, and if we get him in, we've got to play for years at a football club. And I do believe what I'm hearing as well. It was funny today. The radio was saying that it could even be an 8.5, maybe a 9-year contract even for him. Do you know that?
Yeah. Here's the thing. My argument is again. I'm sure. Hopefully, we're not getting him to. I'd say again. Let's play him closer to the final third, but playing him even as a 10. I think he. And since we like players that can press and they can tackle well, that can read the game well, maybe he does. I think this guy, I'd play him. Let me just say, I will play him closer to the final third and not as deep as probably. I think Graham Potter will play him because he's done that for Argentina, even for Benfica. He plays deep in some cases. But let's see. Chelsea need to replace their medical and fitness team. No matter how many quality players you buy, as long as there are many injuries, you will not be able to achieve quality. That's a simple truth, actually. And here he says again, and without stability, it is impossible to become a champion in tournaments like the league. Wow. That is some mature comments right there, and I appreciate that. Perspective, thanks to, again, Todd Boehly for exploiting the amortization loophole that has existed in FFP for a long time. What a genius, man. That's how I see it. Opposition fans are crying and asking UEFA to please close it quickly. DJ, I don't know. You want to add to that one?
Yeah. Listen, Kachila, what we've got to understand here, I know this anyway. Barcelona and Real Madrid have been doing this thing for years. It's just because Chelsea have done it now. All of a sudden they've decided to come. The powers that be have decided to come on us now because Chelsea are doing it. When Barcelona were doing it, Real Madrid do it. I mean, come on, let's look at this. Let's look at this. when João Felix signed for Atletico Madrid, how much was it for? 7 years contract, wasn't it? When they got him in. Okay. When recently we've heard, okay, was their own player. Okay. I think Barcelona put their own players. Is it Xavi or the young midfielder? The young midfielder they've got in the club. They've got him on an 8-year contract. So I don't understand when people say what when all these clubs are coming at Chelsea. How are we getting past it all? Yeah, it's been going on for years and years and years. This is because Chelsea have started powers that be saying, "Oh, that's it. We're going to come and do Chelsea over now because Chelsea are doing it too much." What about Barcelona? What about Real Madrid? What about Atletico Madrid, Bayern Munich? All these clubs have been doing it for years, but it just gets washed under the carpet as it always does. So yeah, I'm not angry with it at all. What Todd Boehly and co have done is an excellent thing, and may it long continue before the summer transfer window opens.
That's why that's a chance we'll push for Caicedo, especially if we make some sales or if we see the possibility of selling some players. Adedeji again says, I'm a bit skeptical about Gallagher's sale. He's still young and he is again developing every year. I think he will make a good depth at Chelsea. Here's the thing, but money changes everything. And the fact that we need money, the fact that us getting more money can help us go for maybe, again, other players that we've been looking at. The club may well pay attention. And from what we read, he doesn't want to leave. He's always said that. He wants to stay and fight for his place. But the club, again, the rumors say the club are inclined to sell because we need money right now, if we're being honest. But that's, by the way, let's see. Again, I see how a lot of Chelsea, fans were happy about Gallagher. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I think they all jumped on his case when he missed it. He tried that Panenka penalty and he missed it, which is, again, the Chelsea fans things to do. We need to keep Gallagher and use him in a calm. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what the club are going to do. You don't say sorry to Nightbot. Nightbot is a machine. Just don't use all caps and don't use more than 3 emojis. If you do, he will. You can say time you off for about 5 seconds or so. Gallagher stays, let's sell Jorginho to Arsenal, or he goes on a free. But you only the possibility of selling him to Arsenal is if he wants to leave. That's when it is possible. And a Miracle Morgan says, Coach, again, Chelsea don't want to sell Gallagher. They have told Jorginho that he can leave. But is Jorginho willing to leave? It can complicate the matters, actually. If he's bent on living on a free, so he gets, again, the sign-on fee and all that, he can complicate matters by saying he doesn't want to leave, if that makes sense to you. Ziyech gone again, Mount Stace. Let's see what happens. That's your people that want J5 out. I can see how important J5 is when he joins Arsenal. If Arteta understands how to get the best out of him, like, again, it's simple, actually, but most people don't pay attention. If you want to get the best out of Jorginho, it's not really about having somebody to protect him. No. You have to have somebody to always provide an extra passing lane for Jorginho and always stay close. Then he does well. That is why you can say the best pairing we've seen from him is his pairing with Kovacic, because both of them, they do have an almost telepathic connection, the interplays between the two of them, which is very enjoyable to watch, by the way. So with that, I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Let's see if I have anything I would like DJ to address here. But quite a lot of comments, man, and we don't have too much time, so I will not be reading quite a lot of them. Let's see again. We need a midfielder who can surprise our forwards. Supply again. I think you mean supply our forwards, not always sideways. Yep, that makes sense. Again, this Chelsea reminds me of when a Romain Foss came in and everyone hated us because of the spending. Yep. If Enzo is a set piece specialist, like you say. Wow, again, that would be a big thing. Yeah, he is. Good check his records, really. His stats, it starts in Ziyech. What? Okay, it should be done. I think I understand what you're trying to say. Valley says Enzo and Caicedo would be ideal and can be doable if we sell a few players. So that makes sense right now. Thank you for understanding that. And my bro, AD Love for Blue, Chelsea sent a jet out to Portugal in preparation for potential Enzo Fernandez transfer. Wow. Wow. Okay, I take it. AD, since it's coming from you, I know you don't just present that sort of stuff. Double standards, hypocrisy in terms of the FFP stuff that DJ talked about. For those saying that we're doing risky transfers, the actual risk is not doing transfers the way we're doing. Kamara, that is some delicious comment right there, and I like it really. Kwame says again, it's just because again they hate Chelsea. That is why we do it, and there's an uproar. Here's the thing: if nobody talks about you, you're nobody. According to Two-Face Dibia, the fact is they're talking about us. They're jealous because we're doing well, and because they've seen what we're doing. Bro, you are in Barcelona or Real Madrid. Don't compare yourself to those clubs. No, I won't. But my good friend Lolo is a Barcelona fan, and I respect him so much. Again, Ziyech, Gallagher, and Jorginho should move on. What else do we have? I'm going to stop here. Why Chelsea loaning Ziyech to a very rich club? And why not sell it?
This is why I said, bro.
To the club
Exactly. I said
because they have money, yeah.
Exactly. Sorry, Kuchila, I had to come in on that because I said that to you already about loaning him out. I know you're saying we can't keep all these players. I agree. But a player of Ziyech's quality, and the guy he's now starting to find his form after the World Cup, I would try and say to PSG, you want him, you buy him from us. We're not going to just loan him to you. And because for them, it's just they're getting a really good deal. And can you imagine him? And I'm telling you this right now, he's going to ball for PSG. There's no doubt about that. He will. I just think we should just sell him, but not loan him. But it's what Chelsea is. And you're going to laugh at this one, guys. And everyone in the comments is going to laugh at this one as well. I don't know how true this is, right? But this is just something from Chelsea Live, yeah. Okay. It says Jorginho closing on Arsenal move. His future is tied to Gallagher. Apparently, in the past few hours, Jorginho has attracted attention from Arsenal. Now, I don't know how true this is. Again, this is coming from. I'm reading this from Chelsea. One of their
Chelsea. I think Liam
no.
something similar. Yeah,
not absolute Chelsea. It's actually It's actually one of Chelsea's things, mate. You got the Fifth Stand app, and then you got live Chelsea news. Apparently, a guy from Build is reporting this. How true that is, I don't know. But if Arsenal are going to come after Jorginho, oh my goodness me. I can imagine how that. I could just imagine seeing the Arsenal fans now loving that one.
They don't want him, really.
I know. That's exactly it.
They don't want him, but
that's exactly it, mate.
Yeah. I think here's the thing. I think it's happening, really. Simon Felix is saying Jorginho is close to joining Arsenal. And that's thank you for. I think that update is from Liam Lane. I think, yeah. So it's happening really. The question is for how much?
Yeah. What's this? Jorginho to Arsenal?
Yeah. Jorginho is supposed to join Arsenal. Yeah, from Simon Phillips. So it looks like it's happening.
Oh my god. And here's one now. Fabrizio Romano apparently he's actually said Romano provides Kante updates as Liverpool show interest. And 4 other radar stories at Chelsea. So it looks like Liverpool story, that story about Liverpool and Kante, doesn't look like it's a rumor anymore. It looks like if Fabrizio's now, I mean, I know Fabrizio gets things wrong sometimes, but we always tend to say him, maybe and Ornstein, the two that really are like the know-house when it comes to obviously in transfers and things like that. Now, I don't know, again, if this is the case, how many are we getting rid of? So we're talking Jorginho possibly going in this window, Kante going in this window, Gallagher possibly going in this window. We're also probably looking at Loftus-Cheek possibly going in this window. And you're also then looking at Ziyech in this window. So it looks like we're going to be doing some serious outgoings probably tomorrow. So this is where I think they want to get this Enzo deal wrapped up by tonight. And then tomorrow, all day on the transfer window, all day on transfer deadline day, you're going to see outgoings going from Chelsea tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a busy day for us tomorrow. If you're watching, if you haven't, people, again, keep liking the stream. We're at 159 likes. Let's get it to 200 as soon as possible. We have about 30 minutes to end the show. Except if DJ is able to stay alone, let me go pick up my boss and come back. I know you know who I'm calling my boss, boss, but it's going to be difficult. He doesn't have absolute control. It's up to him. But keep liking the stream, guys. And again, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thank you for 161 likes. Barcelona cannot pay for food for their players. No way they are getting Felix.
My God.
I think
It's
They're
bad.
fine. They'll just activate another lever and it happens. You know that already.
Cachilla's not helping the
Let me see.
situation.
What do you want me to do?
Oh, God,
What
no,
do you want
no,
me to
bro.
do?
No, because you got your Barcelona fan in there. Yeah, he's probably going to come at you now. What's his name? Who's the Barcelona fan in there? Is it Luke?
My friend Lolo is not here, but I'm
Look,
sure probably he's watching. And
there is another one who's
yeah.
actually a Barcelona fan in here. I forgot his name. Is it Luis? I thought I saw him coming in briefly. He was a Luis Sao or something like that. His name is. I've seen him come on streams before. Is he still there? I wonder. Big up to him, by the way, if he's in there.
Mm-hmm.
He's. I think he's a Barca or Real Madrid. I cannot remember. Yeah, we're going anyway.
Here's this argument from Kim. So he says Aubameyang will make a comeback in the second part of the season. His argument being we have again good suppliers. And if we sign Enzo, we do have excellent suppliers because Enzo can supply the chance creation from the central area, and then what's his name? Again on the right hand side, Noni Chukwuemeka, Noni Madueke. On the left, Mudryk. I think Aubameyang will have good supplies and probably will start scoring. What do you think, DJ? Do you think that will happen?
What's that for? Who? What will happen? Sorry, Kachila. I was just reading something you were telling me. Sorry, bro. What was that you were saying?
Aubameyang.
Yeah. What about him?
Yeah, from Aubameyang. He says Aubameyang will make a comeback in the second part of the season. He said this before. Before, and the reason he said it is that we have Mudryk. We have Madueke on the right hand side, and centrally now again. Soon there's a chance we add a huge chance we add Enzo, who's capable of creating from the central area. Do you think that changes things for Aubameyang?
It could do. Let's be honest. I think Enzo. Let's be honest. Enzo's the kind of creator that any striker would feed off. And I think he'll provide the passes for the likes of Aubameyang, Trano Fofana as well if he starts in the team. Even Kai Havertz, and I know people have been saying about Kai Havertz should go in this window as well. I totally disagree with that one. And Mason Mount as well.
Even in the summer, he's not going.
Even in the summer, not going anywhere as far as I'm concerned. But as far as from my point of view, anyway, I hope they don't go. But yeah, that's the kind of player that can provide for him. And yeah, I can see Aubameyang getting service from that if he's obviously starting games. But let's be honest, it depends if Potter's going to start him, because I've got a feeling when everyone is fit, you're going to see it's going to be Havertz, Mudryk, and it's going to be Felix as a 3 when he does start again.
Roger, big up to you. Thanks so much for finding the time.
Big up, Roger.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, how are you doing, brother? Do you believe this one?
I'm doing very well after I saw that. Foo anyone. I was losing it.
So you know what Liam Lane did to us?
Yeah, whoever it was.
It was funny. It was so funny.
It was.
I know.
Usually, I don't get those things.
And do you see the seriousness in the face of Iron? He just was trying to figure out what player is that? What player are they trying to sign? And then we said, wait a minute, Liam Lane could be fooling.
Coach, I usually don't get those things. I got that one straight away for some weird reason. I couldn't stop laughing. I was losing it. That was hysterical. That was the highlight. Well done.
Oh my goodness. Liam Lane did us dirty.
Oh, was it Liam? Really? Good.
Yeah, it was Liam Lane that did that.
That's a hat trick for me right then. First half hat trick. So listen,
this Aubameyang argument. What do you think? I don't know if you'd like me to explain further.
No. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. It's possible, but from what I've seen thus far, I doubt it. But then again, in his defense, you have to concede that his service has been inadequate to say the least. So, if he is given service, just like any good number 9, for the most part, he is quite clinical, but there's more than just being clinical. There's being in the right position and knowing when a pass is coming in. In other words, when to make a run to the near or far post, and B, getting the players with the ability to provide quality crosses or passes, however you want to term it. So that hasn't transpired as of late. So there's many things that would need to go right for him to be successful. And then there's also closing down, pressing, because we do press from the front. And he, with all due respect, for the most part, is not able to do that. And that's not his fault. That's just Father Time catching up, you know.
Yeah, again, but I got to say, like I told Kim said the other day, but the truth remains, he hasn't looked sharp of late. He could have had, Ziyech could have had 2 assists at least.
Yeah. I think it's been more than the last couple of games. I think it's been quite a few games, in my opinion, but maybe I'm looking at it through rose-colored glasses, perhaps.
Yeah, I agree with you. Let's again. I want us to talk about the next topic in a bit. And Roger, I want to get your
we
thoughts
need to go back to the first part. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, I want to get your thoughts on this one because it looks like it's going to happen. This one, it looks like it's going to happen, really.
You really think so?
Newcastle are now set to submit official bid to Chelsea for Conor Gallagher after a player gives them green light a few hours ago. Eddie Howe will sign Gallagher if Chelsea drop their valuation to 30 to 35 million. It's confirmed by Howie. Here's the thing. I know you've heard that Chelsea, again, they are inclined to sell because they need to balance the book. Yes, again, the players will sign. They're all on long-term contract, and again, they're going to pay that gradually, year by year. But if they can get money now, even especially today and tomorrow, there's a chance they go in for Caicedo. But this is one that I really do not want to happen because he's still young.
Neither
but
do I.
Looks like it's going to happen anyway.
It is a possibility because you're looking at these owners, they're looking purely on a spreadsheet basis, and they're thinking that they're not looking at the upside, they're just looking from, the profit and loss. They're looking at that aspect of it, fiscally speaking. There's a strong possibility he would go. I'd be surprised if it's for 30, though. I think it should be 35, 40 minimum. But he's going to go to an up-and-coming team that is, they say, the richest team in football because it's backed by a nation. And basically a strong team. They're playing very well. And I think he would excel there. And I'd hate to see that. Not that I would hate to see him not succeed, but I'd hate to see him succeed at that club. Even though I love Newcastle, because they're a great establishment historically in English football. Trust me, they're a big team in our history. There's only one team. Well, there's two teams for me: Chelsea and whoever plays United. On that moment. But no, I would like to keep him in the perfect world. I would say there's more than a 50% chance of him leaving then, if that's the case.
Yeah, I think he ends up leaving because we haven't heard of too many other players leaving. So, and we need to, two will be out. In the case of Ziyech, he reduces the Graham Potter's headache of, in choosing who to drop out to accommodate the new signings, high-profile signings for Champions League football.
I'm surprised about that, though, alone. I'm very surprised about that. That was shocking to me. It really was.
Why on loan? It doesn't make any sort of sense, really.
I'm not sure the credibility of that statement. Who knows? But it's. I mean, you're talking about a French team.
Are you talking about the Ziyech transfer?
Yeah. To
that was from Fabrizio Romano, so probably concrete.
Yeah, exactly. The credibility of the source, right? So that doesn't sound. I mean, it's not like it's Bradford Town asking for him. We're talking about PSG. They're a very affluent organization, so they can afford that. True, they want to be prudent and be under FFP also. I get it, but I mean, so is Arsenal really going after Jorginho then?
They are. They say it's close.
Okay, so let me ask you: do we know what the approximate price would be?
I don't know. Usually, again, we haven't heard anything.
Because if we can sell Jorginho, I know it's going to be on loan, but eventually it will come on the books. So you're looking at, let's say, 35 then for Gallagher. Then you're looking at Jorginho, let's say 15, I'm assuming. That's 50. And let's say 20. So you're looking at 70 million off the books, excluding salary, of course. So, I mean, listen, so there's an English expression, you don't count the pounds, you count the pennies. Yeah? And it's true. It's so true. So you look at these little 10, 15 million deals, it's 20, 25 million, not the 50 to 100. If you have multiple sales of relatively smaller figures, that adds up to, before you know it, 100, 150 mil. You know, so it makes sense. I get it.
Yeah, it does make sense, for being honest. Yeah, again, Chelsea have plans to use Andre Santos this season after seeing his performance in the Under-20 Championship. They are working on trying to get a work permit, and I think his exploits in the Under-20 competition, South American Under-20 competition, I think warrants him again being categorized as a special talent, and he's done quite well. And DJ, your thoughts on that one?
Sorry, Kachila. Yeah, I'm pleased with that one, mate. If we can get this guy a work permit, I mean, as I've seen the highlights of his Under-20, he scored some good goals, I have to say. I think he scored a couple of goals recently in one of their matches, and I think my favourite one is he's picked up the ball from midfield. He's gone and past a few players, and he's slotted it in the corner. He slotted it past the goalkeeper on the right in the corner. What a goal that was! Yeah, I'm happy we can get it. If we can get it, it'll be great. But I'm also here. I've also read that if they can't get a work permit, then they might look to loan him out until the end of the season. If they can't get the work permit, but they are working hard behind the scenes to get that done. As Eddie Love for Blues actually said, it's true. But if they can't get it,
yeah, I know it's true. But when I want to ask again, here's what I want to ask you. There's a follow-up question. Is this?
Yeah, sure.
If there's a possibility to get him a work permit, and he stays with us. Does it make any sort of sense to pay anything? Again, the crazy price that's been asked for Caicedo.
No, I for one would say no. As I said, I actually wanted to see Andre Santos actually try and get a start into this Chelsea setup. To be honest with you, I think if he comes in, no, I'd say we won't need Caicedo, and that's how much I rate this kid. I think he'll come and do really, really well. I really think he will.
Yeah, because look, with what we have, plus that kid, Andre Santos, he actually offers more than Caicedo from what I've seen. But your thoughts, it wouldn't make any sort of sense to pay anything north of £70 million for Caicedo if we're planning on keeping the kid. I know we need squad depth, but I think we can go with what we have and not overpay for Caicedo, because at 70 we're already overpaying, if that makes sense.
It does. No, it does. And you know what? I think we've become desensitized to the amount of monopoly money thrown away here. Because I remember 4 or 5 years ago, I remember talking to my cousin saying, 30 million for Kante. This is obscene. There's no way he's a player worth 30 million. And look at it. This is a joke. We're throwing 70 million, verbally around like it's so casual. It's a joke. This is not sustainable. He is not worth 17. Personally, I think, with the exception of 1 or 2 players on this planet, no one is. So, yeah, I totally agree. I think realistically, not in an inflated market, the Caicedo is worth really about between 40 and 50. Not 70. I mean, he may go for even more. I hope I'm making sense. Maybe I'm.
Yeah, you are making sense.
It's just it's farcical, is what it is.
Yeah, thank you so much again. If you're watching, if you haven't, take a second, drop a like on the stream and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We have 174 likes. We need 26 more to get it to 100. And if that happens, DJ will do a push-up. I discussed that with him already. So please, he'll do a push-up on camera. So let's get it to 200. DJ. Yep, and DJ is ready for the push-up whenever that happens. And Choma asked again this question here: Hakim Ziyech to Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, it looks like it's going to happen. Again, Choma Joseph says, did Chelsea get Enzo? Not yet, but it's close. Again, how I like to put it is this: all signs lead to a real fire burning. Again, with the smoke you're seeing, it's not from, again, a pot of oil on the stove. It's coming from real fire, if that makes sense. I think it's going to happen.
Gentlemen,
yeah.
Do you know what's going to really eat me is if the bloody Jorginho balls out for Arsenal, if he goes. That would
he will ball out. I think Arteta has worked with a man who's a master of, again, making the most of a player who knows how to control the tempo of the game or keep the ball or can just walk. Fight. I think the secret. I think he knows the secret to getting the best out of Jorginho. If he's coming for him, he already knows what he needs to do because he was part of the team that wanted Jorginho that before we took him.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, so he
That
probably
would
knows how
irk
to
me.
make. Yeah,
That would
yeah.
really irk me.
Yeah. So again, Nkunku will be here too. Yep, he will be. Ziyech deserves his move. Chelsea don't appreciate him, and that's why I'm saying, honestly, free Ziyech. Let him go where he does well, and I wish him well. He's a fine player. Unfortunately, it hasn't really worked for him. Partly down to the managers. Not again. I don't know how. Let me not just go into that. I usually
I think it's a
mad when I talk
combination of
about
many
that.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, again, yeah, a multitude of stuff. Again, Oba doesn't have the attitude or work rate to be here. Then Mudryk and let's get the book. I get your argument, but really the service hasn't been coming. Oladipo, sorry again. Enzo's coach finally concedes to losing him to Chelsea in the press conference. PSG want Ziyech 40 million. Yeah, I thank you for all the updates. Chelsea should include a buyback clause for who? No, Ziyech isn't leaving for Gallagher. Okay, I think I now understand what you're saying. Again, with this squad on ground, if CFC can make progress, then I will personally sponsor Potter's sack. Oh, good. You must be well loaded. It's Kami. Nice to see you, brother. Again, secure Enzo and sell Ziyech to PSG. Ziyech is joining PSG, but we're not selling him outright. They're getting him on loan with an option to buy, which I say is a risk, really, and I don't know why we're doing that. I just don't understand. And Jorginho to Arsenal used the money to get Caicedo, and then Jorginho becomes the player that helps them win their league. Then I want to hear what you have to say. Sir Gallagher for 50 million. Newcastle trying to again finesse us. If we're desperate for cash, that's a chance we'll sell him for that amount. The amount they're offering, because again we need to at least get some money in to balance the books, if that makes sense. Again, how Chelsea missed it out on City's Cancelo, I don't think they would have sold him to us, or even on loan. I don't think so. Keep Kante and sell Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Okay, here we go again. Enzo again. The private jet has to return with Enzo in it. That got me. The start got me. But big up, bro. I hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for finding the time to join the show. If you haven't, please, guys, go check out Blue Clouds Media and be sure to subscribe. And if you're watching, we need just 21 more likes. We have about how many minutes to round up the show? 20 minutes. Let's get it to 200 likes before the show ends. We can do that, but only if you feel like we can. Loan to buy. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm hearing there. Chelsea are too nice when they negotiate. You think? Mikel Arteta understood to be a fan of Jorginho and appreciates his skills. We already talked about that, Roger, remember? He was part of the crew that wanted him at Man City, so he knows how to get the best out of him. This is why it's a concrete name for the final hours for Arsenal. Yep, thank you so much. I appreciate that, brother. Again, he looks better than Gallagher. Let's see, Santos is a baller. He is indeed. Guys, please keep liking the stream. 17 more likes now to get it to 200. I know we can do that. And also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Let's try and see if we can make it to 10,000 subscribers by the time the transfer window shuts. We're at 9,448. We're really moving fast, and it's all because of your support. So thank you. Thank you so much for all the love. And AD Love for Blue says Chelsea are demanding 15 to 20 million to sell Jorginho. That's a good price, given that next year he'd leave on a free. So it's a really good price, actually. And I'd say let's do it if he's willing to leave. Like and subscribe to the channel, guys. Again, Tamidayo, nice to see you, brother. Again, I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining. World Cup star Onahi was sold for 8 million to Marseille. Madness. Yeah, because probably he was underrated. He's underrated, so to speak. You guys don't think JFI should be sold to Arsenal? I don't think so. I think he's capable of helping them win the league. One, he provides more on-field leadership. Two, now they have a player. They don't have such player now who's capable of. He can if Arteta calls for the team to slow down the game, he's your man. And sometimes there's need. There will always be the need to slow down the game. Sometimes at least 45 million for Gallagher. He's English. Oh yeah, but I don't know what that has got to do with anything. Here's why J5 needs to be sold. economic-wise, again, we need to dodge the FFP. Gallagher isn't leaving anymore, so therefore, we need the J5 money. Are you serious? Where did you get that from? I want to know. J5 is class, and again, every player that leaves Chelsea again has balled out. Okay. Good evening, my Chelsea family. Chadrick Evans, big up, brother. Nice to see you. Wagwan, man. I hope you're well. Please do let me know. Blue Blood is if Gallagher leaves, then RSC will probably stay. I don't think both will leave, but if it's up to Potter, I'd say he probably decides to keep up. No. Let me not go into that. I'm not Potter. I'm not sure what he's going to do anyway. Come on, people. Just 12 more likes to get it to 200 likes. Let's get it there because we have about 20 minutes to end still. Again, I am excited today. I know we're getting Enzo. I'm excited too, but I want to see it happen already. Nas, Ari, again, Hakim Ziyech is better than the whole team, and he is better going to PSG. Here's the thing. I think Hakim Ziyech is an excellent player. I think he's a fine passer of the ball. I think he's probably one of the best passer of the ball in the team. But I'm guessing you're probably a Moroccan. Correct me if I'm wrong. Because there's some say a lot of what you say is probably driven by sentiment or bias. Because I know. Again, I correct me if I'm wrong. I'm saying that again. John Chima Wanne have Chelsea signed Santos. Santos is a Chelsea player already. The question is whether he stays on loan or again whether he gets loaned out or he stays with the team. Chelsea, as of right now, again at 10 p.m. UK, are still working for Enzo. They are still in a meeting with Fabrizio. Okay, you're quoting Fabrizio Romano, which means again, once I'm done picking up my son, I think we'll come back again to the show since we'll watch. But maybe that helps us breaks it in half so that it's not too long. This Chelsea will be unstoppable. I like the new owners. I like them. 12 likes, said Shoma one day. Again, how many likes more? 9 likes more to get it to 200 likes. Let's get it there before we end. That will make us happy. Any news about, again, yeah, you're trying to send me to hellfire, really, and I'm not going to read that.
That was funny.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not going to read that. Ebanks, we don't need again to look for any goalkeeper. We have Slonina. I don't think we're looking for goalkeepers. I'm good, bro. Thank you so much. Nice to hear that. Here's the link to the Gallagher. Yeah, I'm guessing the link went because you're not in mod. That's why it disappears. 86 Chelsea have now made an offer in excess of Fernandez release clause. Yep, compensate Benfica for allowing them to. Yep, that makes sense. That's the only way to get them to agree to the structure or to agree to how we want to pay the money. Hi again. Don't deal or no. That's my Barcelona friend. Not yet, but we have hopes that may well happen. Chalaba James Mount Gallagher loves to chic. Club, again, trained. Stalin, Chukwemeka Chilwell, Bettinelli, FA, trained equals to 9. We cannot sell 2 homegrown and comply with the EPL. Wow, some knowledge right there. That sounds like my friend Stav. But that's not, by the way, we move on from that one. Chelsea are demanding 15 to 20 million pounds or 4 to sell Jorginho. That's a good price. That's about right. Chelsea selling all midfielders. Coach, again, I think if Jorginho was part of the Enzo negotiation, it's Caesar's tackle route.
Roger
Right, I would.
Roger.
Yeah, Jorginho.
Roger,
Roger, why do I always forget that that's your new name?
Yeah, it's shocking.
That's
why I'm a goalkeeper.
Oh, mate. Oh.
Yeah,
I like that.
That's a cool name, in fact.
I don't know. You have anything to say about the Gallagher story? Do you have anything to add to that?
You know what? I don't want him to leave selfishly, but you know what? If we could, it's hard to tell based on. I need to have more info in our financial situation. You know, they obviously have software that they punch. You know, they plug and play all the numbers, and they do that in the NFL for any given contract for any given year, and so it's real time. So only they would know how. I wouldn't use the term desperate, but how much we need to sell players, shall we put it that way? And based on that, then I think that alone will determine if the owners are willing to sell a player. So it's hard to say, and I'm not really privy to that data. But I hope that we're not desperate to sell him. But
no, we're not really desperate, but what the language I hear is that we're inclined to do so. And if you ask me, I said that's down to how much was spent. Probably we need some incoming again revenue to balance the books, and again we can only achieve that getting such amount of money at this point by selling him. But DJ, I want to get your thought. I don't know if you've spoken about that.
No, look, like Roger's saying, I for one don't want us to sell, but I can understand how because I think if you think about our squad in itself, people large amounts. We have got a large squad now, and it's like fitting all these players into the team. And I think what we need to also remember, Roger, is that some of this money, some of these play signings that we're sales that we're doing, I think is to make up the Enzo Fernandez money as well. And I think that's probably one of the reasons why they are trying to get some of these sales over the line. I mean, I, for one, wouldn't want to lose Gallagher either, to be honest with you. I think he's an excellent talent, but, as you said, being the selfish person as I am as well, I'd rather him stay. But I can only see if you're looking at players that are going to give us, money at this moment in time, that's going to give money now for us to sell. He's one of those players, unfortunately, is up there that's got a prize on him that will fetch a good price. And I think that's the only reason why.
The squad is massive. It needs to be reduced. That is also a huge factor.
It is. And I think what it also as well, I think a lot of these clubs are wound up the fact that Chelsea are getting all these signings done and we're in 10th position. And we're getting all these top name players coming into the football club. You would think those kind of players will actually move to the other top clubs, isn't it? That are already way ahead of us.
DJ,
but they're all coming to Chelsea.
Do you honestly think that our competitors in this league, at the very least, do you think they're really wound up by what we've been able to achieve?
Oh, definitely.
I think so. Yeah,
definitely. Because think about it this way: we are a successful club. No matter what anyone says, right? We've won everything in the game. No Arsenal fan, no Liverpool fan, no Tottenham fan can take that away from us. We've won everything in the game. We just want to continue on with the success that we've had under Roman, under this owner now. And this guy is very serious about wanting to get success because I think a lot of this is all coming down to, and I said this before, I think a lot of this is all coming down to the fact that we're getting all these signings done now. Because come the summertime, you won't see him probably dipping into the market as much, and maybe one or two players coming in, and that's only because he probably wants to start the project on the ground on redeveloping Stamford Bridge. That's the next big project.
Yeah, we have a nucleus now.
That's the big project next, isn't it?
Yeah. Just quickly again before we continue, let me an update here. In the case of Enzo, Benfica and Chelsea again. Should I call them entourage or maybe representatives, are still locked in negotiations. I think this one happens, like we talked about it, but there's nothing new to talk about. So yeah, if anything happens, be rest assured you'd hear it from us immediately as it's happening. Georgie again gets a lot of hate again, but I think we're going to see how damn important he is when he's gone. Unfortunately, I think a lot would have to change how we play to. Again, we'll have to adjust to his absence, really. But we can do without him, that's for sure. But a lot of people don't understand what he brings to the team, unfortunately. It takes, again, people that understand football beyond just watching it on TV to understand this is what this guy does. As much as I don't think he's the best player on the team, no one's coming to buy Hudson-Odoi. Even DJ, I'm sure DJ probably is done being his lawyer right now because you have a lot of clients, DJ, and Hudson-Odoi is one of them. But I don't know what went wrong.
I like him.
I like him so much. Unfortunately, I think he needs to hit the reset button. Maybe switch clubs.
Sure.
I'm not going to be... I hate being selfish about players because I love them so much. I didn't even want him to go out on loan. And now it's looking like he would have been better off staying than going on loan.
The irony.
Yeah, because Tuchel started trusting him. He started trusting him.
He looked
I think he was the one that pushed for the move. He pushed for the move. And then, under Graham Potter, he would have been, Graham Potter would have valued him well. He has the pace, so direct. He has the skills to be this man. Tuchel started trusting him, but probably he had issues with where the Tuchel comes at him. But the way Tuchel go at him comes down to him wanting them to start doing better, but he wasn't able to deal with it. And once away, now look where he is. But go ahead, DJ. You're his
No,
lawyer.
it's interesting. No, it's interesting here because I think before he went on his loan move to Leverkusen, there was talk that Todd Boehly had a very good conversation with him before he left, and has told him he's very much part of the club's plans going forward. Now people can say it's all talk. Obviously, it's Todd Boehly trying to keep a young player sweet, knowing maybe it might not be the case. But listen, if he was to come back and get a chance still in this team, I would still say give him that chance. At least give him a pre-season and see how he does in that, and then you make a decision on him. I personally don't want to see him leave. I still think he's an excellent talent. I think
and he's still young. It's not like he's 26, 27, 28.
Yeah,
he's still
exactly.
young.
He's got a long way.
But unfortunately, majority of our fan base don't see it the way we see it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
They think he's done.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
No, I personally don't think he's done. Yeah, he's had a couple of bad injuries. I get that he's had a couple of bad injuries, and people are saying, "Oh, that's No. I think if you give him a full, proper preseason, maybe under Potter, maybe next season, see how he thinks he's going to do. Maybe Potter will fit him into the way he wants him to play and get the best out of him. And I think he could possibly do that. But let's see what happens. I hope he doesn't.
Indeed. Roger, you want to add anything to that one?
I would have to concur wholeheartedly with him. DJ, you're right. I think at the very least, give him pre-season. We owe him that, if you know what I mean.
That may well happen. Happened.
Because prior to his loan move, he was looking really good, and then he got injured. It's I rate him highly. Okay, I'm going to say something, and don't hit me for it, but I would prefer him over Pulisic or Sterling.
Yeah, are you dodging my punch already? Because it's coming out of. I would do the same. I'll be honest. As much as I think Pulisic is a good player, I think Hudson-Odoi has the skill set and again the potential to do even better. But what has happened, I don't know.
I would take him over Sterling for sure.
Oh yeah, he's a better. He can control the ball better than Sterling does.
All you had to say was, "Oh yeah." You didn't have to laugh off the "Oh yeah."
Because I couldn't hold myself.
I know.
Callum Hudson-Odoi, I'm going to say this again. It was a mistake for him to have gone on loan.
Yeah.
He was probably not patient with Thomas Tuchel. Had he stayed, even though he has a very rocky relationship with Thomas Tuchel, I think he would have been better off staying. But that's why we'll move on from that one. Ziyech is better. Yeah, I've looked at that one. I talked about it. It's better than who? Let me look at that again. It's better than most. Yeah, that's a better way to phrase it, and not say that somebody that said the whole team combined. This is well phrased now. But saying he's better than the whole team combined sounds like something coming from someone who's seriously biased. Ziyech again deserves better than how Chelsea treated him. Yep, I agree with that one, especially Thomas Tuchel. I hope PSG can treat him better. I hope so too. He's a fine player and I like him so much. And I'm not the selfish type to say, let's keep him because I like him or because he did well at the World Cup. Even after the World Cup, I was saying, just let him go. If anything, let's see it as an opportunity to get a sizable fee from his sale. And I'm not surprised PSG are the ones taking him because they're probably the only ones capable of affording his salary. I said it before, and I will say it again. The only thing holding up the Enzo deal is Costa's ego. Some people are joking about him playing press resistant during his playing days and all that. I think it will happen. We're still locked in negotiation. I don't think we'll miss out in that one. If we do, I'll be really surprised. How many assists for who? I'm not going to go into that now. Enjoy. It's on pending. I need the MI6 to help me decipher that one. It's better to sell outside the EPL. That's how fans see it. But the question is, who really wants to buy? Yeah, who's really interested? Like Jorginho, probably Arsenal, the only ones that made their again, that came out openly and said, we want him, and then quiet. Juventus never did. They only talk, probably waiting for him to join them on the free. And if Arsenal are going to give us the money, we'll take it. And say, okay, you take him. Again, I am sure Pep is regretting selling his two players to Arsenal, possibly. possibly because they've done quite well. Again, Gabriel Jesus started again. His life again his start to life at Arsenal was excellent until he got injured. Gallagher is a good player and still a young player. Chelsea should not sell him. I love him. Again, or let's sell Ziyech. Chima, someone else already said Gallagher isn't leaving. I don't know how truthful that is. Jorginho is not that bad. It's a matter of understanding how to use him. If that makes any sort of sense. We have about just 3 minutes to round off here. What else can I get here, honestly? Evans, I think we should keep hustling. Let's see what happens. This one again, the Enzo deal is the biggest story. Again, saved for tomorrow. Possibly. Yep. Again, if I come back and sense, if I come back from picking my son up from school and sense, okay, something could still happen, we'll come back. Or maybe we'll just come back and have conversation about Chelsea, which is the type DJ loves the most. Having N'Golo Kante recover from injury, he's still, again, on track. He's on the grass, but not serious training. His trains are separately. Odoi was on fire, but the injury impacted him. But he recovered from that. Games that Thomas Tuchel played him, and although people want him to score 10 goals before they pay attention, so really, he's a good player. Some good assists, some of which the players wasted and all that. The players at the end of the crosses or passes wasted. He's a good player. I don't know how people jump to conclusions quickly. Can we just get rid of Sterling? He isn't a perfect fit for Chelsea. You have a friend in Roger, so he will like you so much.
Amen.
So Pulisic, Fofana, Sterling, and Loftus-Cheek. And DJ, did I tell you, Roger keeps a spreadsheet of all the time Raheem Sterling tries to control the ball and he misses
my
it.
God, seriously?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's like 13 out of 55. He's 23.64%, I think.
Oh, no.
His
know what,
dribbling,
I'm slightly different,
rate is
Roger.
horrible.
I'm slightly different on Raheem Sterling. I'm going to give the guy the, what do you call it? Because I think maybe we might see better of him the remaining of the season if he comes back.
It's possible.
I think
listen, my cousin is a diehard Liverpool fan, and when he was at Liverpool, I watched, and I still do. I watch about 3/4 of Liverpool's games, and and you know what? It's true. His first touch is lacking, and I'm being polite there.
Agreed.
But since he's moved to City, and I said this, you know, he makes such intelligent runs to the near and far post. His timing is amazing, and you've got to give Pep credit for this, because he certainly wasn't like this for Liverpool. But since he's moved to Chelsea, and I was dreading that transfer based on my observations, and you know, let's be honest, his first touch lets him down a lot, and his dribbling, which was always good before, and I understand you can go out of form, but his dribbling is horrible. It got to like the third or fourth game, I started to say, I'm going to make a spreadsheet, and it's shockingly poor. It really is.
It is indeed. Again, usually when you come for the ball from behind for a player, usually don't get it. Once you come from behind, you're taking the ball away from him, which means, again, he doesn't protect his ball. Again, his ball, again, whenever he possesses the ball, he doesn't
don't have an agenda.
Well.
You know, I don't.
Yeah, I know. We're just joking. We have fun here.
Yeah, I want him to succeed.
But at the same time, we're factual. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want him to succeed because I'm a huge Chelsea fan, like we all are. I want him. You know, like there are some players like we want X player out, or like a certain Mr. Minerals that loves, you know, like Mount can do no wrong. You know, you have to be objective and be honest with yourself. You know, in your observations. I'm talking when I say you, I'm talking about everybody. You know, myself included, and that's what I try to do. And if I am wrong, I have no problem putting up my hand.
Let me get what we have in the chat. And again, I should already be on my way, but Roger, I'll help you drop. Then we end with us getting in the chat, getting what we have in the chat. And one thing I want to say quickly, keep an eye for DJ Soft YouTube channel. I'm not have an exact date as to when it's gonna launch. But if you hear him talk about Chelsea, I know you know he knows what he's talking about. I hate to use this in one of the funny what's it called, phrases I love. He knows his onions. Have you heard that before?
Yes, sir.
Roger? He knows his onion or something, which means somebody knows what they're doing. But it's funny, but I seriously do mean it. You know DJ knows Chelsea
Thank you,
very
brother.
well,
Thank you for
history,
that. Much
everything,
appreciated.
and he knows football overall. So keep an eye for that, and I will be very much part of that because he's my brother.
100%. 100%. And
Yeah.
Roger.
Ali G says respect.
Yeah, and he has a gang already. I know. Again, he agrees with Roger every time. So, again, definitely Roger is there. So let me catch up with the Roger. I don't mean to cut you off. Do you have
No,
anything
not
else
at
to
all.
say? I can spare 3 more minutes. Okay, that's by the way.
Do what you need to do, sir.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it, brother. Only because again, Audi is from Chelsea, born and bred. You think he's better than Stalin? Really? Who Audi? Who's the reference?
Odie.
That's Odoi? Is that
Odoi,
what you're
yeah,
talking?
yeah.
That's not the case. I think he's more technically gifted than Raheem Sterling. But something you get from Raheem Sterling is his positioning is excellent. If you can put the ball in the cross, chances are he's always at the right place at the right time to put it away. But I think he'd still come good for Chelsea. That is, if he stays, he'd still come good. But we don't expect him to be the man to carry the team. I don't think he can do that.
Sure.
What is your thought about, again, who? I think you're one of those, again, making up names. I don't know who that is. Javinto. You know who that is? I don't know. I don't know, really. I have to be honest, Lampard, I don't know who. You know who that is, DJ?
No, I've got to check that one out. I don't know who that
I
might
don't
be.
know, again, because some names, again, we don't know when someone is joking, trolling now.
What's the name? Let me see. Who are you talking about?
Javinto.
Javinto. I mean, that sounds...
Yeah, it sounds like deja vu, and but I don't know.
Len Phil usually comes up with some stuff. Len Phil does. Big up to him, by the way. I know Len Phil. He comes on another stream.
But I love him. Again, he's an OG here. You see, he says it's a joke, but that one was easy to catch, probably because we're cautious now.
Yeah, it's a joke. I was going to say.
You guys are cynical.
I'll tell you one thing, guys. Watch out for another player tomorrow that might possibly come to Chelsea. I'm not saying it's 100% going to happen. Just watch out for it. It's a guy called Mohamed Kudus. Watch out for that one possibly tomorrow.
Really?
Maybe.
I didn't know
that.
I didn't know we're looking at him. Okay. Jorginho should go again wherever he wants. John Paul Chukwuemeka, thank you for saying that. And my brother, almost 200. We are actually at 205 right now. So thank you, people. You guys are absolute legends. Willie Bruce says, let's leave a sentiment out of this. Again, this is business. Sell all the lightweight players. Bobby will be happy with you. Please like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't. We're approaching 10,000. We hope to achieve that by the time the transfer window shuts. We're at 9,455, which means we need 545 to get it to 10,000 subscribers. I know we're capable of doing that. Again, I don't think Chelsea can make it happen again because of the cost of Enzo and benfica. The only playing. Okay, let's see what happens. And the guy Sterling dribbling is just funny. He always wants to pass through the. Is he a ghost? But that's by the way, Adam Partridge again. Hi lads again. You're okay again. Would like to Alexis McAllister at Chelsea. Very expensive, another expensive player. I would like to see him if we can get him. Otis Maxwell, it's not Pep, or he's been bad at Liverpool. Oh, somebody agrees with you, Roger. Again, Nevada. Big up to you, brother. My brother, coach, you're on the grind these days. What can man do? I enjoy it, and this is the season. Tis the season, if you want to say that too. Chelsea should also sack the coach. Okay,
Order.
Thank you. You're here to bear bad news. Okay, just checking YouTube videos again. Apparently, we want Enzo and Caicedo. Yeah, I saw that too. Again, I used to think Roger was Johnny the Mineral guy. No.
Oh wow.
It's not. Don't even go close. Roger is the type of man. Instead of saying, the SIHIT like Bobby spells it, Roger will say something like, let's say, "Oh shoot." He would not. He will not even say anything close. But I'm laughing so hard. I don't want to stop, but I have to stop. I have to go get my son. Instead of selling Ziyech, it's not better. We're selling. It's a joke. I caught that one, but much love to you, brother. Let me see what else again. Ben Jacob saying that we could sign up to 3 midfielders by the end of the summer. Okay, yeah. But right now, both rights, both on the list. Would it make sense to still sign Rice if we're able to get Caicedo? I don't know. But go check out my brother's YouTube channel. Click on the 3 dots by his name. It will take you to his channel. Be sure to subscribe and let him know I sent you. Thank you, guys. Joshua, I am welcome. Rui Costa again playing hard balls, but he will go through. Ziyech needs to go. Good luck to him. With that, we've come to the end of the show. Thank you, everyone, for finding the time to join. And thank you for 210 likes. We could have continued, but I have to go get my boy from school. Yes, thank you so much, guys. See you guys next time. For everyone in the chat, from Leanne Lane to Blue Class Media, Nee, my brother, Joshua, I am Otis, Valley, Chama Joseph, and the vibe, Zach Moore. See you guys later. God bless us all. Thank you.
Big up, everyone. Peace, everyone.
Cheers. You too.
Big up.